When I was a kid, I used to think pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were both pork chops. And because it was my favorite, my grandmother let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. One day, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. A few days later, my gym teacher noticed the bruises and sent me to a small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. Life was pretty good. I told her when I was sad, my grandmother gave me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation, and I was removed from the house for 3 days until they finally decided to ask me how I got the bruises. This story quickly spread through the school, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chop. To this day, I hate pork chops.
Snakes. Snakes with little beady eyes.
Earlier this year, a 16-year-old Michigan girl was elected into the homecoming court of her high school. She spent years being mocked for her appearance, and it soon became apparent her classmates voted for her as a sick, humiliating joke.
Social psychology refers to this as pack behavior, where a group makes more vicious and extreme attacks than they would as individuals.
However, we do not rid of this easily or naturally when literally thousands of articles are written on
Gabby Douglas and Hillary Clinton's hair, Michelle Obama's arms,
Condoleezza Rice's shopping habits,
And every other woman's weight. We are continuing a lesson imprinted from our childhood.
In recent years, bullying has been widely discussed.
particularly with the rash suicides of young adults. Yet, as with gay bullying and the It Gets Better campaign, special news coverage and articles have faded.
Because
Nobody has a solution.
So with the poetry,
Ponytail by Jasmine Waiter.
Hope for Hope by Allie James.
Pretty by Kate Mackay.
Snakes by Matthew Giagardi.
Knock Knock by Daniel Beatty.
And To This Day by Shane Koizan.
we present a reader's theater,
On how we learn to turn on each other.
and we'll try to find a solution ourselves.
The topic of discussion is her ponytail. Not the fact that she's the first African American with gold on that podium. We're giving her grief when she deserves pandemonium. Flips and falls, they can break her bones. But the words out of our mouths, they can leave her undone.
I'm not the only kid who grew up this way, surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones, as if broken bones hurt more than the words we get called.
And we got called them all. Don't worry, we'll get it fixed.
She would say, grasping my face.
Twisting it this way and that.
As if it were a cabbage she might buy.
but this is not her fault. She too was raised to
The
believe
greatest asset she could bestow.
Upon her awkward little girl.
Was a marketable facade.
I can feel hope kick every day. And I hope her kicks are an indicator of her strength. The strength it takes to survive in this world where women kill women with their words.
It's genocide on self-esteem. There are looks like spears and critiques like claws.
Cutting away the already low self-image the average woman carries from day to day.
This is about my own someday daughter.
When she approaches me already some state with insecurity.
Begging, Mom, will I be pretty?
Will I be pretty?
Will I be pretty?
Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty? I will wipe that question from your mouth like cheap lipstick and answer no!
The word pretty is unworthy of everything you will be.
And no child of mine will be contained in 6 letters.
You will be pretty intelligent,
Pretty creative.
pretty amazing, but you will never be merely pretty.
can't find anything beautiful about yourself? Find a better mirror.
Look a little closer.
Stare a little longer.
Because there's something inside you that made you keep trying.
Despite everyone who told you to quit,
How can you hold your ground?
when everyone wants to bury you beneath it. Knock, knock, down doors of racism and poverty. Knock, knock,
On doors of opportunity.
knock, knock, for the sake of our children. Knock, knock, for us.
For
as long as we are free, these gates cannot contain us.
Yes, we are our Father's sons and daughters.
But we are not their choices.
Despite their absences.
We are still here.
Still alive.
Still breathing.
With the power to change this world. One little boy and girl at a time.
Knock, knock, who's there? We are.
Yeah!